Welcome, Jacquelynne. I brought in 7 different decks, but I've got 3 decks on the side in case we need to have some clarifiers or anything. So I spent a long time shuffling them, but I want to cut them. So I'm just going to cut them real quick. And while I was shuffling, the only question I said is, what messages do you have for Jacquelynne? What messages do we have for Jacquelynne? What messages do we have for Jacquelynne? So I said it about 100 times. So since it's such a beautiful, unique name, I'm sure the Jacquelynne angels are about. So you might hear me breathing. I'm really hot. When all the energy is here, I get super sweaty. So it's cool because I actually have a measure to know when I'm on track or not. So as much as it's annoying, I really like it. So I thought that was kind of cool. I would only say that to you. So, all right. What messages do we have for Jacquelynne? We already cut the decks. So let's just bring in some crystal energy. Pearl, which is about purity. The pearl, actually, when it's in the oyster, it is a very imperfect, it's imperfect until all the sand gets into the shell and grits it and kind of sands it out to make this perfect pearl. So the word here is purity, but the energy around the pearl is kind of like the lotus flower, the phoenix coming out of the murky water, coming up from the ashes type. So it's that kind of energy. Herkimer diamond. Okay, so this is really interesting because the Herkimer diamond is it is the only diamond that comes out of earth already perfect. It doesn't need any cleaning or polishing. So it's like these are kind of the opposite. Isn't that incredible? So it's like this one comes out perfect in its beginning, and wow, this is kind of cool. So it's like the phoenix. It's like you've risen and you're just like in this perfection. But we're going to keep going. I'm going to go with another crystal because it's right on smoky quartz. Which, let me grab my smoky quartz and we'll put it right on there. And you know, you and I are both connected to smoky quartz, so that's about earth light. And this is, and smoky quartz to me, and for me, because this is my manifestation, but it's also about grounding. And we're going to actually look that up in the book because this card, Smoky Quartz, actually from this deck very rarely comes up. I get it from the other deck here, which I have on standby. Oh, and when I shuffled them, I put them down and I didn't even look. But look, the diamond is on the top here too. So we're going to bring this in since the Herkimer diamond's right here. So I didn't even notice that. So it's a healer of, it brings courage and clear thinking to new projects and new journeys. It helps to clear away shadows and shines a light on their true path, which would be the same as the pearl type of energy. It increases energy for creative, inventive, and transformational ventures, and brings clear vision of purpose. It is helpful when used with other stones as it enhances their energies and increases their powers. So I feel like, okay, we're just going to keep going here. So this is really good. This is good energy I'm feeling already. So let's just get a little more clarity. And what messages do we have for Jacquelynne? Temperance. Oh my goodness. Okay, I'm just going to keep quiet for a second. Oh my gosh. The Empress. You always have the most powerful readings. It's so crazy. Oh my God. Okay. So, here, let's just get the Starman Tarot book out and let's just make sure that we're not missing anything out of the ordinary for these two, okay? So first of all, let's go ahead and do the Temperance. So, I mean, really, it's gonna it's gonna be about some kind of balance. It's like you have tipped the scale. That's kind of the feeling I'm getting, is there's some kind of scale tip here, and some kind of different type of light. But let's just keep going. There's no sense in rushing it. Let's just see here. So let's see. It's taking me a long time here. There we go. I am astonished by the beauty of life in all its facets. Seeing the extraordinary in the ordinary. Exquisite balance. A period of rebirth. What is going on? It's a period of rebirth. The phoenix, the pearl, the lotus flower. Slow down and view the world with a fresh magical perspective. Trust your intuition. Trust your intuition. Temperance says you have integrated many hard-won lessons and have a lovely degree of maturity and wisdom. Consciously learning how to balance and calmly address the different elements, values, and priorities in your life. Slowing down, you too are able to capture the majesty of life, the extraordinary in the ordinary, a time of rebirth. Seeing with fresh eyes, you marvel at the miracle and beauty of creation all around you, and acknowledge that the pain you have endured in life was a necessary catalyst for this freedom. You are releasing the past and stepping deliberately into the present, aware of the dance and union of opposing forces. Remember how I said it's like that? It's like opposite here. I totally see what's going on now. Light and dark with the divine. Your inner voice is guiding you. Trust it. Respond to challenges with restraint, flexibility, and a deep commitment to success. This is a brilliant time to combine forces and work with others, because you have the steady, balancing temperament that can bring out the synergies between others with a magical mix of talent, experience, ability, and skill. So that kind of threw me off a little bit there. That's kind of almost some kind of collaboration, and that's how you're going to get your balance. It's like all your hard work is so perfect, but it's almost like some kind of collaboration needs it for the balance of it. It's like you've come into this, you're the pearl, you're the phoenix, you're the lotus flower, and that new beginning, to balance out that new beginning, you're going to have to bring in something that balances. Now the Empress, of course, is the divine feminine energy. So, and she is like, I fully embrace life's riches. Everything is possible. Allow abundance into your life. Tap into the creative flow of the universe. Start something nurturing. A gilded bird's cage floats above the Empress's head, suggesting that despite appearances, the door to freedom is always open. We can all be free as a bird. She invites us to abandon oneself to her and let her mysterious energy infuse your creations, fueling the birth of eventual form or structure. The world would certainly be out of balance and therefore ugly if everyone was a painter, singer, or dancer. Nevertheless, the spirit of creativity is nourishing to all. Wow, Jacquelynne. When your creativity so totally infuses your life, every moment is seen living with the creative potential. You live in God. The Empress also invites you to nurture your own vehicle of transformation, your body, which was given by the miracle of nature despite its imperfections. Attend to the balance and beauty of your physical environment, especially your home and the natural world around you. With that, it's such beautiful divine feminine energy. You know, that's kind of what I was thinking. I almost got that feeling of the of something within your apartment or where you live, or maybe when you're traveling or something, getting that feeling of that type of nurturing not like in a baby, but in that home sense type of thing. So, but lots of balance here. That's very, very interesting. I hope that this is resonating with you so far. I'm just it's really cool. I'm seeing a lot of, like, I'm just looking and doing this like I'm just doing any other reading. I'm not reading into anything into your life, or because that seems to be what works best for me. Like a few minutes ago, I almost wanted to intercede, and I'm just going to keep things on a real, the energy is still here, and I'm just going to keep it on that motion for right now. Be soft. Inner strength. So there's something, this Be Soft card, it's always representing, this is like trying to calm, I always think of it as calming the Leo, calming the lion down. It's, when this card comes up, it means that you're being too harsh on something, and usually with somebody, and it's usually like it's reminding you to be a little softer in the way that you approach things, and not so hardcore, and given your business, probably need to soften yourself a little bit. And I'll read the card if that's helpful. Softness to yourself, softness in your speech, softness and gentleness in your being. When we take a moment to be soft, we show others and ourselves that we care. Be soft in all you do. Let your thoughts of others be kind and gentle and soft. And which you've got pearl and diamond. I mean, this is all, none of this is aggressive energy. So this is all very uplifting. Almost like, if you look at it, this is kind of, the Temperance card is kind of like so it's got his eye right here, right? Which I think of as like the third eye, right? And if you look at it, it's kind of like the phoenix. See how it's like you're able to ascend when everything is in that perfect type of balance. So, and you've got, these energies, and maybe since being soft and the Empress is coming up, maybe it's time to bring in a little more of the divine feminine energy into your world a little bit. Maybe that's what it's saying here. So let's keep going. I really like these cards. Infinite blessings. That is so funny, because I was looking through these this morning, and I thought, ooh, I bet that card, the infinite blessings, is just, it's like getting the abundant card or the pyrite or something like that. So I haven't read it yet, but it's so beautiful. It's like she's dropping all this snow on this winter town. But I noticed there's a big church here. I noticed this earlier today. And I mean, so to me, this is more of a union with spirit. More on the angelic realm, which is kind of like, well, like this, the Herkimer diamond is about oneness, right? And the pearl is about purity and being soft here. So I feel like there's a lot of angelic type, not angelic in our, with our angels specifically, because none of those cards are up, but more of our connection and our balance of, I'm just going to keep going. Dreams coming true. You always get that card, don't you? That's so cool. Infinite blessings and dreams coming true. With the Herkimer diamond, the smoky quartz. Let's look up the smoky quartz real quick in this book and see. Okay, smoky quartz. If smoky quartz has come to you today, she is here to help with emotional healing and the redefinition of your physical space. She has come to aid you on an already active journey deep into the physical self to find the light that gives you life. Once recognized, you will shine that fire into the darkest areas of self. In smoky quartz's embrace, the darker and more physical, the better. To her, darkness is a measure of light content. That's because the smoky quartz holds its light with the darker the smoky quartz, the more powerful it is. It holds more, the darker the smoky quartz, the more light it holds. So that's why it's saying that. The darker and more physical, the better to her. Darkness is a measure of light content. Light that you can reclaim and use as fuel towards the goals and the happiness you have chosen for yourself. In the sacred embrace that is around you, in the sacred embrace that is around you today, offer up all your darkest, most difficult and pain-filled aspects. Leave no stone unturned. Let go and be free. Never again will you see physicality as separate from spirit. For it is the space of the supreme realization of the united oneness. And you have oneness here. Remember? Oh my gosh, that's what's going on. It's like I just said, that oneness of like the angelic, and it's all in connection with you. Wow. When an aspect of your physical world weighs heavily upon you, see a rose, perfect, gentle, and delicate. For it shares the same origin and source of life. If you allow this, your life can become a glorious artwork, paving the united path to the supreme oneness in peace, love, and joy. And actually, that's what this is supposed to be, a rose. And I should probably tell you, about an hour before you text me, I did a meditation, first time meditation, guided meditation, where you go into the field of potentiality and you pick out a rose, and that rose like ascends, just like this. It ascends up to you, and it's like your connection with the infinite possibility. Wow, I'm really tripping out. I see what's so it's just kind of weird. So, and that's what the smoky quartz is that that connection, like I said, with it's like the oneness. It's almost like you, just on a personal note, it's almost like you had a dream about, this wouldn't be in a reading, I would say, just I'm saying that with you. It's almost like you had a dream about something that's in a higher power, and almost to the point where you're not even sure. It's easy to kind of not understand it, but I could be off. But that's kind of, none of the cards say that. I just thought that. So let's keep going here. Let's keep going. I do want to, right when I was getting all the cards together, the goddess deck, I've only used them once in all of my readings, so I don't normally do it. I started shuffling them and then go, no, I'm not going to use these. And as I went to put it down, this card fell out. And this is Kali, and it's about endings and beginnings. And it says the old must be released so that the new can enter. And, I marked the page so I could, here it is. I sing praises to those whose hearts accept the universal order, which only appears to be chaotic and ever-changing. In actuality, everything is designed down to the smallest detail to be in perfect operation. The dance of the universe is a happy one, with energy swirling and twirling in a never-ending celebration of life itself. Join this dance, dear one, and enjoy the remarkable journey of the weavings of the story of your life. Do not fear what appears to be a change or a loss. It's only the transitioning orbit of energy interplaying with you and your loved ones. Embrace it as evidence that you're alive. Embrace your deepest emotions as a signal of your true human essence. So, and a lot of these things that we've been reading have been saying, trust your instincts. All these are because, you know, this feminine, the Empress is that feminine energy, and she's all about instinct. And there is a lot of feminine energy here. So, all right, let's pull another Starman. Eight of Pentacles. Ooh. Ooh. Wow. Holy mackerel. Oh, that's good. Okay, I love it. I love it. Oh my gosh, let me grab the book. So, you know, this is like you have so many options. Like you now know how to manipulate the force basically. And because of that, you can choose you have lots of different options of success. I'm going to grab it real quick here. Practice your skills, encouraging others to be their best. Deep satisfaction of your work. The Eight of Pentacles invites you to look deeply into your world of work and review those projects and moments where you felt most alive, inspired, capable, absorbed, and joyful. Look at where you need to apply yourself fully and feel the joy in the doing of it, of doing it well to your fullest competency. I'm playing with the possibility that no matter how much we may become enhanced beings, the sense of our own existence will be seen as a treasure. Our consciousness is a mind-body consciousness, unique and precious. If you have neglected your physical form, then this card is calling you to use it and fully experience it. Lots of physical energy here, Jacquelynne. With because this smoky quartz was earth, this was about balancing with earth energy as well. So I say more of a balancing of all energies because you've got the pearl here too. So let's see, fully experience it. If you have neglected to stretch your mind, now is the time to indulge in the amazing fact that you can extend yourself. Touch the lives of others by creating solutions. When you are willing to put in the real work to bring something about, it enhances your innate sense of being. You become absorbed in life. So, okay, all right. I love that. I do. That's not, I wouldn't have said that for the Eight of Pentacles. So I'm actually going to look this up real quick in here. Because to me, it looks like you've got choices but let's see. Eight of Pentacles, dedicated to the job, patient production, perseverance paying off, painstaking attention to detail, repetitive or boring situation, training for a new skill, widening your knowledge, discipline and knowledge. So, I'm sorry, I guess I was off there. I just feel like it's on the path of success because you're being true to, you're doing this balancing act here. However you're going to balance this out with some collaboration, maybe some feminine divine feminine collaboration, that it's like you have all these different possibilities and you're the one that's kind of the manipulator of them. See all the different scenarios, and that top one is you're choosing to create that one that's going to be the most successful. But that's okay. That's okay. We all feel it in different ways. So I'm just going to pull a couple more. Protection, so you know that you're protected in all this, that whatever you decide to jump out and do and expand in any way, that there's nothing to be afraid of. There's no fears or anything. Amber, that's my card for protection. So this says laughter, but amber is my card for protection. So 2 back-to-back protection cards makes me think that and since you are balancing the lighter and the darker sides of things, that you just need to know that wherever you're going, it's okay. Here, I've got my amber right here. I had it on the table earlier and I took it off. So so that's it, it's interesting and something to be aware of, and that might be something more that you know a little bit more about. But you know, we've got the, what happened to the Kali card? Well, wherever she went. You know, here, the beginning, we've got the Phoenix, the endings and the beginnings. We've got the perfection of the diamond coming out of, you know, it's like the pearl has to go through all this rigmarole and this sanding and this in order to have the perfect version. And then on the extreme opposite, we've got oneness that is all about the diamond, Herkimer diamond, coming out of earth in its actual perfect form. And then we have this grounding energy with earth, with the smoky quartz, asking us to balance our light and our darkness. And then you have the temperance that's telling you to balance your light and your darkness. And then you've got the Empress energy, which is divine feminine, which is right next to this Be Soft, which is all about bringing about a beauty to it. So there is a lot of physical, like your physical world here too. I mean, even though this is like a, you know, a connection, a oneness of it, I feel like in your angelic realm, it's still, there's lots of balance that creates this new dreams. I want to look this up real quick. Where's that book? Infinite Blessings. I haven't gotten that. That's the first time I've seen that card. So open your heart and your reality to the immeasurable gifts from nature. Loving energy is surrounding you. Love from the highest level is being showered onto you and your life. Count your blessings and remember that love is all around you. Notice these miracles and blessings as they show up in unexpected ways, but always at the most auspicious time. Your life may not be exactly as you anticipated, but be sure to look for your miracles. I think that's so beautiful. With the dreams coming true, I just feel like, and you know, this is the smoky quartz is what I use to make my dreams come true. I mean, that's what this is the crystal I go to for that. So, and to know that you're protected. So I don't know if there's going to be whatever you're going to have to do to balance it out. Oh, look, this card has a lotus flower too. So, you know, it is about this new type. It's like you have evolved into something that is so, you're now in union with something you've been wanting to be in union with for a long time. And because of that, it's hard to balance that out now. You're finding that, especially with this softness and this feminine part, that's what's going to be needed, or that's what's coming in to you to help you balance that out a little bit and offer that protection so you can move forward with those dreams, because you have all this showering you, and it seems like because there's some kind of imbalance that, you know, I think you have to be aware of this balance before this. I don't know if it happens simultaneously or not, especially with this 8 here saying you still have a lot of, you know, you're diligent at work and you're honing in on the details of it. So, I mean, it's not bad or good. It's just with that there, it makes, and those being in this position right here, it makes me just think that things are kind of, you know, at a stand. We have the inner strength. They're kind of at a standstill right here. Let's get a clarifier. Let's bring in the White Sage Tarot. Can you please give us a little bit of a clarifier? We see what's going on here. We've got this balance that we need. The sun. Yes. Awesome. Okay. So the sun, it's so clear when you get the sun card. I think you got that in your other reading too. I love what she says in this book about it. It's a little bit different. Freedom and travel. Yeah, that's because the other one doesn't talk about travel. It is believed that, oh yeah, I've read this many times. The word Kepler means to emerge and to come into being. To emerge and to come into being. This card symbolizes movement and clarity in your journey forward. So it's, it does seem very clear, and it just seems like a little bit of balance. There really isn't much guidance as far as anything that you have to do. It's more kind of just laying out what's going on. It's like a clarity for you to know what's going on rather than telling you what you need to do. Does that make sense? Because there's not a lot of action here. There's not very much action card at all. Like nothing is telling you, except for the last one, the sun, which is to keep moving forward. But really all of this energy is basically letting you know where you're at. The only thing is to balance, to keep that balance, in the forefront. But freedom and travel, so it's got to have to do with the details of what you're working on here with this dreams coming true and being showered with all these gifts. You're working on these details of it, and these details will, since the freedom and travel card came up, the sun card, that maybe that detail is then going to lead that into travel. And maybe you just needed to know that you do want to travel, and if you want to travel, then that is definitely your go-to card. That gives you your green light. I don't know if that was a question or not, but it's all, I do know it's because of the detail work that from these right here, like your dreams that are coming true, and everything that's being unfolded for you right now with all these blessings. You just have some details to work out, and then you've got the green light for freedom and travel. I think it's cool. I really want to bring in another Starman though. So let's, I'll take the top, but I really want to shuffle it for a second. Prince of Cups. So it's, you've got, got lots of light. Princess of Swords. Well, I'll look that one up, but it's just because these are so, I don't like taking pop outs. I like to pick. I like to go like this. Seven of Pentacles. So we have the Seven of Pentacles and the Eight of Pentacles. Yeah, and that's just about continuing. It looks like that's pretty cool, actually, that picture. I'm going to show you it in a second here. The patience and kindness required to grow and sustain a life of value and beauty. And I was just going to say, it looks like he's like being all gentle and everything. So it's like he's trying to grow something or create something from the earth or something. So, and it's kind of weird because I was just thinking about the soft card. So the Seven of Pentacles indicates your vision of life must be nurtured, which is the nurturing energy of the Empress. This is like the Eight of Pentacles is about working on it and the details of it. Interesting. The situations and circumstances may not be ideal with few skills and resources. Yet with consistent, tender, loving care and pruning, they will grow stronger and see daylight. The delicate shoots of ideas and possibilities will flower. Draw your fellow visionary gardeners to you, distancing yourself from people or situations which stunt your growth. Invest in learning new skills and knowledge. Each one of us deserves to grow rich meaning and purpose out of the soil of life. So very cool. I like it. I hope you like it. It does look like you're gonna move forward with some kind of new type of knowledge or some kind of endeavor, but with all this nurturing, I mean, look at all this nurturing energy, the purity, the softness, the Empress, and then you've got all this protection with the inner strength, right? It's like lots and lots of nurturing, loving, supportive energy. Like even this infinite blessings, it's like everything is just being showered on you. It's very, very cool. It looks like the 7 and 8 of Pentacles is more about just getting the details and the knowledge of your your next step type thing, because really everything here, it is about just nurturing something, and then also staying into that physical, in your physical form, your physical, because all this earth energy, remember, so you've got like this physical, your physical space needs attention. Yes, physical space needs attention, and maybe that's why the freedom and travel came up, and maybe you'll be getting that that space and physicality and space feelings when you travel. So I hope this was helpful. I send you much love. Thank you so much. Love you.